right, before we get to today's new vehicle, let's take a quick recap of 2025. We opened the year with getting rid of this car. January 2 of 2025, we took my Acadian, which we had fixed the motor on, replaced the subframe, changed it over to a 4-speed from a automatic transmission, redid the seats, the upholstery, put in that nice console in there, along with the gauges, actually, like factory style gauges in the console. I also put it in a new steering wheel, Acadian steering wheel, and a tack in the dash as well. Turned out real nice. I was ashamed to see it go, but anyone who knows me knows my heart really lies with a special series of Chevy and GMC trucks, and that's 60 to 66. I also like 67 to 72, but the 64 GMC big back window short box came up, and the pictures looked absolutely amazing. And this fella wanted to trade me for the Acadian, and I was like, you know what? Take her, bud. Now, he said it looked better in pictures than it did in person, and he was right. When I got up close to it, it just seemed like the more you looked, the more you found. It had a real lipstick on a pig kind of feel to it. Fine Bondo everywhere, runs in the paint. You could see some of the body work through it. Actually, you could see a lot of the body work through it. Overall, it was a nice truck and looked good from far, but was far from good. Had a 327 4-speed in it. The guy who bought it from me got a chance to see my videos up ahead of time, so he knew what he was getting. He ended up buying it, fixing a little bit of the cosmetic stuff, selling it for a big profit. Good on you. Next up, I picked up a 1972 Chevy Blazer out of Medicine Hat and dragged it home. Man, I bit off more than I could chew, but I chewed it up and ate it anyway and asked for more. I picked this up. It had a GMC front end. Every panel on it was rusted right out. Front clip had to go, rockers had to go, floors had to go, rocker box had to go, doors had to go, rear bed sides had to go, tailgate, you name it, it all had to be cut out and welded new stuff in. And the further I got, the more needed to be done. And I just ate it up and asked for more over and over and over again. All you do is it's like eating an elephant. You just eat it one bite at a time. So that's what I did with the Blazer. Overall, I was pretty happy with it. I put in a rebuilt 350 motor. I put in a TH350 rebuilt transmission, all new ball joints, brakes, front end. I even decided once I got all that done, and it's like, well, now the interior looks like chewed up arseholes. So I decided I may as well do the upholstery. I did the front buckets. I did the rear bench. I did the carpet. Actually ended up being a really, really nice running and driving Blazer. The only thing left to do was get some paint on it. So in true YouTuber style, I picked up some Rust-Oleum turbo cans or trim-clad turbo cans and just hit her the old flat black. It's got square body rallies on there. Looks pretty good. Some new tires. It's a nice looking machine. But it was time for it to go. So I went and picked this thing up. It's a 1977 Ford Highboy. Well, that's what they told me anyway. The further I dig into it, I realize it's not really a Highboy, but it is a 1977 Ford F250 4x4. Unfortunately, a long box doesn't fit in my truck, or in my garage. So while I was waiting on parts that took way too long to arrive, I decided to put this out to pasture, and we'll get back to it in the spring. So what will fit in my garage? Well, if you know me, short boxes fit in my garage. A long box just does not fit very good at all. So I decided to try my hand at an OBS. I never owned one before, at least not in project style. So I picked this one up as a non-runner. Needed some work. It needed an oil pan, which is kind of a pain for the 4x4s. It needed some fuel lines. Just finishing, really. The brakes were locked up at this point. I didn't know it. It was loaded with a skid steer. But I used my engine hoist and a winch and was able to take it off, and it came off quick. A little too quick, and at one point I thought I was going to get crushed between the truck and the wall of the garage, but turned out okay. Anyway, I got back at this thing. Turns out the internet did not care about an OBS, not on my channel anyway. So I did a bunch of work to it, pulled the bed, replaced the fuel tank, got it running and driving, redid all the interior, new headliner, carpet, redid the seat, got the gauges going, etc., etc. It's just a real nice little Chevy short box 4x4. So we turned it loose and it sold. I don't know. Before I could finish my supper, it was sold. Then we got back to stuff that people on this channel do like. For example, this 66 Chevy C10 long box I picked up from Ivan Perry out in Gibbons. I was talking to another fella I know, Matt, and he had said, why don't you just chop her down? And yeah, I decided, you know what, I will. It's wintertime. Why don't I just pull this in the garage? I had my nephew and my brother come over. They helped me yank off the bed. And once the bed's off, I ordered up a kit from KMS. It's a CPP kit, or a frame shortening kit. I think it costs $500 Canadian, so about $350 US. You can buy it on eBay if you can't find it at KMS near you. It was a pretty good kit, pretty straightforward. Just line it up, make a cut, pull your frame apart, move a cab mount, remove a bed mount. It's pretty straightforward stuff, to be honest. I was a little intimidated until it was time to do it, and we just said heck with it and just did it. It went pretty smooth. So now that the frame itself was shortened, I had to shorten the bed sides. So I thought, wow, what the heck? I got nothing to lose. Its bed sides aren't in great shape anyway. So I went ahead and lopped 12 inches off the front and cut another 8 inches off the back. And then once that was done, it was just a matter of, trimming everything down. See all those pie cuts in there? Just make it bend a little easier. So I went ahead and made all these bends. Once all that was completed, it was just a matter of putting on the front piece on the front of the bed side, and then on the rear there's that stake hole kind of piece that gets welded in there. So get everything bent over, tap her all nice and smooth, get it where you need it to be, and go ahead and make some sparks. It's pretty straightforward stuff. I thought at this point I may as well go ahead and replace the bed wood. So I got my wife to give me a hand, and we ripped out the old bed wood. And because my garage is so small, the bed becomes the shop table. So ended up just cutting everything there. Went to Home Depot, picked up some hardware, some carriage bolts and washers, and just line everything up. Take your time, use a tape measure, find out where everything goes. Then once you're happy with it, take some paint and mix it with some acetone so it actually soaks into the wood and doesn't just sit on top. And go ahead and paint your new bedwood. And once you get that all painted, it's pretty simple. Reassemble the bed and you're good to go, just like I did here. It turned out okay. This one is still in the garage. We do have more work to do on this, but she's coming along good and she looks nice so far. So let's get back to what we're picking up today. Okay, so I'm cruising Facebook Marketplace. I come across this 75 Firebird. Look at that front end. It's like a 72 Firebird front end, but it looks really good with that Ram Air hood. So I do a little digging on here, and it looks like it's got new paint. Doesn't even look like it's assembled yet. And it makes me want to investigate a little further. Look at that motor. It looks great. So I go in and I read the description. He says it's a project he just doesn't have time or money for anymore. It's costing him every month for storage. It's 80% done. The motor has been redone. He's got the receipts for all the parts. It's a Formula 400 with a 72 front nose already painted to match the car. He also has a 75 nose already painted to match the car. It says $10,000 while in Fort Mac, Friday night only. Okay, cool. So I give him a call. Apparently that was written a while ago, and he's done a bunch of work since, so the price has gone up. But the good news is I can drive up to Fort Mac, look at this thing inside a shop, talk to the mechanics who worked on it. I can hear it run, and I can drive it onto the trailer. Well, that was the plan anyway. Look at that dual snorkel hood scoop. Anyway, I guess let me show you what happens next. Why is it every time we go to pick up a vehicle, well, not every time, but most times, we're dealing with snowstorms? Here we are again. We are, what, 4 hours into our trip?
Yes.
And this is what we're dealing with. I can only see a couple, 3 feet in front of me. Not a good day for picking up vehicles. Well, we'll survive. We always do. She's home now. You'll have to tune in for a better full walk around and dig through this thing and see what's what, because the truth is I didn't get to hear it run yet. I don't know if it runs. Says it does. I believe him. Anyway, it's enough for one day. It's pretty warm now. I think it's like minus 21. We were hitting minus 40 at one point. So anyway, I'm going to just call her a night. I'm beat. What do you think of those things? That's why you buy a formula. All right, we'll look at this in the morning. All right, let's go take a look here. So it looks pretty good. You see that door needs some adjustment there, but paint-wise, it looks pretty good. It's not perfect. You can see somebody's kind of pushed this thing around with a forklift or another vehicle or something. Just gonna need some repair on here, and this back bumper kind of sucks, but still better than most of the stuff I own. This window can't go up because the door can't close. The door can't close because the door can't open. He replaced these seats, so he's got a good one there and a good one here. Good-ish, I guess. And then it's got the deluxe seats, but it's missing the back foam. So I'll have to take care of that. I'm sure I can get it. Somebody's going to have that. Of course. Up front here, this hood is probably the main reason I bought it. I really like that hood. It's a formula only hood. I really do like it. It's got a nice whammo here. I don't know what happened, but he did warn me about it. And then he put in a new windshield. That's good. It's got good windows, good back window. That's about all I know about it so far. I don't really know if it runs. I got it to fire off once. And then it puked coolant all over the ground. The distributor is loosey-goosey like that. So that's not good. This hood here, it's got some issues. I don't know. I think it'll be okay. Gonna need some touch-ups. Gonna need some stuff's gonna need some attention. Like, that's probably not good. Looks like they stored stuff on top of it and dragged it off. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. It's not the end of the world. But is it as good as I hoped? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out next time I'm home, I guess. Hopefully the weather's a little more cooperative and we can try and fire it up. She's still kind of nasty right now here in Edmonton, so that's gonna do it for this one. Stuck around this long, do me a favor, think about subscribing. All right, and we'll get back on this thing immediately.